Good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning. Hello. Hi everybody, I'm here. I'm back. I'm okay. I'm sick. I hope you had a good weekend. Oh, I had a good weekend. Except yesterday afternoon, I started feeling like bleh. And by nighttime, I was feeling full-on sick. Alex has now been sick for what seems like he didn't even get better from the last sickness before this sickness kind of took over. And he was sick all of November. So he was sick all of November. Maybe he got like 3 days where he wasn't entirely sick, and now he's sick again. And now I'm sick again because we live together, and when one person in your life gets sick, you all get sick. And we have babies in our life now, and babies are harbingers of disease. Not rats. It's not rats who spread the plague, it's babies. So I'm sick again. Right now it just feels like cold symptoms for me. I have a sore throat. I've got like the threat of a chest cold coming, like I can feel the tickle in my lungs, and I'm super congested, and I just feel genuinely sick, or generally rather, I feel generally sick. Alex, on the other hand, he went to the doctor on Friday. He went alone, which is weird. Usually he goes with me to every one of these things, but I had to babysit, so I was with my sister and Alistair. And Alex had been feeling sick all week, and he was like, I haven't gotten better from the sickness in November. Like, I'm going to go to the doctor. So he went to the doctor and found out that he has pneumonia and strep throat and an ear infection. So the poor guy is basically falling apart. He's not working today. He's sleeping. He slept all day Saturday. He slept all day Sunday. And now he's going to sleep all day Monday. Strep throat, pneumonia, and an ear infection. He's literally like, he's just got the whole gambit. So, yeah, he's struggling. He's going through it right now. But I don't have any of those things. I just have a cold. It may develop into strep throat because I got it from Alex. We'll see. But yeah, his tonsils are disgusting and huge. We were supposed to go to a Toronto market, like a Christmas market with his sister on Saturday, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna get ready to go. And I'm like, dude, you can't even walk around for more than a few minutes without getting exhausted. What are you talking about? We're not going anywhere. And then obviously I messaged his sister and said, like, we're not coming. And she was like, yeah, I don't want a strep throat pneumonia guy coming in on here. He's just gonna get sicker. So yeah, Alex is like full on sick, which really sucks because he just hasn't gotten better from the last sickness. So that's probably how the pneumonia developed, is that he never really kicked the last illness that he had. He's just sort of been sitting with this cold for over... What are you caught on? Could you not? My chair is caught on something. There we go. Yeah, he just basically had a cold for over a month, all of November, and now the whole first week of December, which is awful. But because of that, pneumonia was able to develop, which sucks. It just sucks. So he's sick, very sick. Like I said, he's got antibiotics and he's got some kind of antiseptic numbing throat gargle for his tonsils. And the antibiotics is broad spectrum, so it's going to cover the bacterial pneumonia if it's bacterial pneumonia, and it's going to cover the ear infection. So poor guy, falling apart. Ouch. I know, right? Yeah, it's rough. So I sound a little sick. I feel a little sick, but mostly I'm fine. I just kind of feel like I have a cold. I'm hoping it's just going to stay as a cold and not develop into strep throat. I don't remember, is strep throat a virus or a bacterial infection? I think it's a virus. Sorry, I feel like I did not blend my makeup very well today because I'm sick. This is the best I could do for you. Let me Google it. See what Google says. Is strep contagious? I feel like it is. Yes. It can spread through droplets when someone with the infection coughs or sneezes, or through shared food and drink. Love that. So basically we need to just, it's viral, it says. Did it say it's viral, or did it just say it spreads through droplets? Does that mean it's a viral? Oh, streptococcal bacteria are contagious. Okay, so it's a bacteria. So antibiotics helps, right? Taking antibiotics for strep throat becomes less contagious over 24 to 48 hours. A person with untreated strep can infect others for 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. Can I sleep next to someone with strep throat? Sleep in separate rooms. Great. Hopefully my body just fights it off and it'll be fine. There's a possibility though that I'm going to get strep throat, there's a possibility, I guess, that I already have strep throat. It just hasn't manifested yet. We'll see. I'm hopeful that I'm going to be just fine and everything's going to work out fine and I'm not going to be that sick. Okay, let's just hope for that. But I do have some good news. Now that we've gotten through all the bad news. Good news, I spent almost the rest of the whole weekend sitting in front of my computer watching Outlander. I am now, I believe, on season 4. I've watched it before. I'm rewatching it. I've skipped episodes that I don't care for, and I've skipped parts of episodes that I don't care for. Like, I'm not watching any sexual violence right now. I'm just skipping over that stuff because I don't want to watch it. But I am watching Outlander, so I watched for, I don't even know how many hours. And while I watched, I knitted. And you'll be so proud of me. I frogged my knitting 2 separate times. This is the 3rd time finishing this sweater. I frogged it 2 times and removed hours of work, like hours of knit, because I felt that it was a little bit too tight around, like I must have done my decreases too quickly between the armpit and the neckline. So I frogged it. Then I did it again and it felt still too tight, frogged it, and I did it again, and now it's gonna fit beautifully, absolutely perfectly. And I just want to show you where I got to. And we're going to finish it today. Sickness be damned. Look at this. I made this. So I did transition the color from doing 10 rows color change. Then I switched it to 5 rows color change, 5 rows color change. And then I switched it to 1 row color change, 1 row color change, until I switched it to 1 row, 1 row, 1 row, 1 row, 1 row, and then all to black for near the collar. And not intentionally, but it kind of came out looking like a spider web. When it's being worn, where the decreases are, it seems to like do that. Do you see what I'm talking about? A little bit spider webby, not intentionally, but it did come out a little bit spider webby. So even though this was not supposed to be a spooky sweater, it was just supposed to be a woodland magical forest sweater, it came out a little spooky after all. And I'm currently working on the collar now. And I don't know how wide or long I want to make the collar, but I'm doing the 2x2 knit purl rib stitch. So I'm not even going to get my other camera out today because I can't be bothered. It's the same thing I've been working on, so I'm just going to hope that you understand. And I'm going to continue knitting in the round. until I feel like the collar is long enough. And then I'm gonna ask you guys how to do Jenny's super stretchy cast off. Part of it to do with anesthesia was not covered, but everything else was covered. So it was like probably a couple $100. And a load of trauma for everyone involved. My poor mom. She did not like seeing any of her children in pain or afraid. That's kind of necessary. You would think so, right? Yeah, you would think so. It seems like that's a necessary part of it. Like it's not like they can do it with you awake. So it seems like that would be necessary, but maybe there's some... I mean, this was also in the 90s, so like the rules were probably different than they are now. I don't know. Not a doctor. I'm wondering if I should just do a collar like this, or if I should do the folded over kind. You know, some knitted sweaters have that like folded collar. Or is that just on the brim of hats? And how far up should I do this? It's hard to know. Okay, I'm gonna look up where do I need to connect again? Over here. So I still have a few more. And then it's gonna be time to cast off. I hope. I can't even try it on because I switched to a smaller cable that doesn't go around my neck. So that'll be cool. I'm not even done tomorrow's video yet, so I can't be sick today. I have to be a functioning member of society. I can be sick tomorrow, but I can't. I have to film tomorrow. Poor me, woe is me. What are you gonna do? Also, it's raining today. It's like December 9th. By the way, it's my sister's birthday. Happy birthday. She's sick too. Not ideal. Hi, baby. It's just everybody here is on and off, getting sick, getting better, getting sick, getting better. There's always someone in the family who's sick, you know? You saying gimme kiss, Gary? Oh, I can feel my nose starting to run again. It's weird because my nose is totally congested, and if I blow really hard, matter evacuates my face, but if I don't blow my nose, oh, I thought she went on the ground. If I don't blow my nose, just clear liquid falls from my nose. Like two separate substances are in my sinuses right now. Weird. Sorry, TMI. How long should I make this collar, though? How long is this collar? This one's pretty long. Like, I don't want it to climb up my neck too far. I don't want to be uncomfortable, you know? It's probably good. Is that a wide enough collar? That's like shoulder, and then this is like collar. Hold on. How wide are the sleeves? Oh, weaving these ends in is gonna be hell on earth. Good morning, get better. Sweater looks great. Thanks, Marina. Good morning. Sweater is so close to being done. I just have to do Jenny's super stretchy cast off. I just have to remember how, basically. How far until I think I'm done with the collar now. I just have to cast off. I don't want it to be too tight that it's around my neck, because then I won't wear it. Wait until you see how these sleeves look, though. It's so cute. I think it's good now, though. I think the collar's good. I already tried 2 and 3 over 1, yarn over backward, knit, 2 and 3 over 1, yarn over backward, knit, 2 and 3, got it, over 1, yarn over normal, purl, I got it, 2 and 3 over 1. Now I can go like this. My nose is running again. Okay, and then another purl, so yarn over purl, 2 and 3 over 1, yarn over backward, knit. The things I can never remember. How many times have I done Jenny's surprisingly stretchy cast off? Not only can I not remember what it's called, but I also can't remember how to do it. I think it's because I know it's easily accessible. Yarn over normal, purl, I'm casting off. I hope that you're excited. Purl, 2 and 3 over 1, yarn over purl, 2 and 3 over 1, yarn over backward, knit, 2 and 3 over 1, yarn over knit, 2 and 3 over 1, yarn over purl. This is going amazingly. I really hope the final thing looks awesome. It will. Ugh. I feel pretty awful. I have wild salmon frozen. I'm thinking of what to make for dinner. Ideas? What to make for dinner with salmon? You could do a salmon pasta with a white sauce. Do you have any cheese? You could do like a bechamel sauce with cheese and flour and black pepper. And what do you have for vegetables? I do love a white sauce pasta with salmon. Yum, yes. Okay. So, first, what do we do first for a bechamel? First, you put your butter in the pan, like a tablespoon of butter in the pan. Wait until it's fully melted and hot. Then add I want to say 1/4 cup of flour, but just do it till your heart feels right. And then wait until the flour cooks so it'll get toasty brown and smell really good, moving it around in the butter. And then once it starts to smell really good, like the way you would want butter to smell when it's being cooked with flour, then you can add some garlic to that and a whole metric ton of black pepper, and then a bunch of cold milk or cream. If you don't have either of those things, in a pinch, water will work, or you can also use vegetable broth. And then you mix all of that together and it will get thick and delicious. Then you can add your vegetables if you want to. And then you can cook that down until all the vegetables are nice and cooked. Cook your pasta. Or if you want to be extra fancy with it, you can put your salmon, like take your salmon out of the freezer, let it thaw on the counter, and then put it in that bechamel sauce, just right on top of it, and then cover it, and it'll steam in there. Put it on a low heat. let it steam, and then you can add your vegetables into there before, after, or during all of that. Delicious. And then I would say, if you're doing salmon, I would use little shells if you have them, because little shells are delicious and get covered in the sauce really nice. Broccoli, peas, and carrots. I would do broccoli. I love broccoli with white sauce and fish. But if you're doing broccoli, peas, and carrots like it's a mix, then do it. You have mini penne? Beautiful. That'll work. Delicious. Just don't skimp out on the black pepper because it's so good in a white sauce. Black pepper and garlic can pretty much be added to anything. Oh, also if you have parsley, add a lot of that. Fresh or dried. Parsley is great in there. Sold. I'll make it. I'm a good salesman. Hey, get out of there. That's not yours. Get off of there. Thank you. Delicious. If you do end up making it, share a picture in Discord after. I want to see how it turns out. And also, if you don't end up making it, share a picture of what you do end up making. God, I love salmon. We have a whole bunch of this Norwegian smoked salmon in our freezer right now. It's like a Christmas/New Year's thing in Alex's family. I think it's a Russian culture thing, but I think it's also Alex's family thing. But I mean, they're Russian, so I don't think it's just his family is my point. But you do this smoked salmon, you thaw it first, and then you cut it into strips, and then you put a slice of baguette into thin slices, and then you butter each slice, and then you put a piece of this smoked salmon on, and when I'm the one doing it, I put a good strong piece of salmon on, and then it's a simple, delicious dish. And since Alex's mom made it the first Christmas that I was involved in his family, I've never gone back. Even if we're not going to his family for Christmas, I make it now. And it's so simple. It's not even like calling it a recipe is like a bit of an overstatement. It's like a simple thing, but it's the best thing. And my family doesn't care for it, so I make the whole pack and 2 baguettes worth, and Alex and I eat the whole thing. Not in one day, but I make it, I bring it to my family's Christmas, and then they don't eat it, and then we bring it home, and then we eat it over the next 2 days. And it is so good, and it's a little greasy because smoked salmon's a little greasy, and it's so good. Some Russians also put caviar on the butter. Yeah, so Alex's family does that too, but I don't like caviar, so I don't do it. And Alex, he likes it when we go to his mom. Like, we go for New Year's to his Christmas because Russian Orthodox Christmas isn't on December 25th, it's on January 6th. So with his family, we typically celebrate Christmas on January 1st in the morning. Like we all hang out together for New Year's. New Year's Eve is not like a go out drinking with your friends night. It's a spend time with your family night in his family, which is great because I don't like going out. But we go to his family. We have this huge feast, and you start eating at 11 p.m., this huge feast, and then you stop eating around 11:30, and then you start eating again at midnight, and it's so that you had your last meal together as a family and then your first meal together as a family of the year. And I think it's such a beautiful tradition. I wish that we had something like that in my family, but we have Christmas. But I love the idea that it's like we spend the last minutes of last year together having a meal and the first minutes of next year together having a meal. I think it's what a sweet tradition. But when we go, his mom does the caviar on the butter too. I just don't like the taste of caviar. To me, I know I'm not fancy enough, but for me it tastes just like the fish, like very fishy. And I know it's like, oh no, it's like the ocean in your mouth, but I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan of it. I've tried it multiple times. I've tried multiple kinds. I've tried the orange kind. I've even tried the black beluga sturgeon kind because his dad used to be into bringing the fancy stuff. But I have no interest in caviar. And And I'm okay with that, so I don't make it when it's for me and Alex, because he doesn't mind. He does like it, but he doesn't mind that I don't make it, I don't think. But yeah, the caviar on the butter is a thing, the orange one and the black one. Both I don't like. Do you know how much caviar costs? I know they talk about it being like fancy, but if you go to the Russian store, I don't know if it's called the Russian store, I think it's called... The one in Toronto, I think, is called Yummy Yummy Market, which is silly. But it's a Russian-Ukrainian grocery store. And Alex and I went there, and they had the caviar, and the caviar was locked in a fridge safe. A fridge safe. Have you heard of such a thing? A safe that is also a fridge? So it was a locked fridge, which... whatever. It was like $600 for a can this big of caviar. It was wild. And I was like, it's not even good, but it's a delicacy, so, you know. Sweater's finished. Look what I did. I made a sweater again. Look, first of all, this is the first sweater I made for myself knitted. Gorgeous, beautiful, comfortable. Are you ready to see how this one looks on? One sec, let me put it on. I'm not wearing appropriate clothes to be stripping in front of y'all. We still have to do the armpits, so it's not actually finished. Okay, here we go. Oh, she's perfect. She's not too tight. How does she look? Let's see. This is gonna drive me absolutely crazy, but we'll figure that out. I probably will block it to do that. Look. Ta-da! Sleeves are the right length. Do you see that little puff at the edge? Very cute. Ta-da! It's beautiful. This is gonna drive me nuts though. I should have done a row of pearls after the front, it's not front post, back post. After the 2x2 rib, I should have done a row of pearls to keep it flat, but I didn't, so it wants to flip up. But I think if I block it well, like if I steam it like this, I think we should be okay. It's very Laura's style. You think so? Not today, I'm wearing sweats today, but it's cute and it's comfy. And it's not too long. Like, I wanted a sweater that I could, like, wear with, like, high-waisted pants. Like, if I wear, like, a pair of jeans that are high-waisted, then I could wear this sweater and it'll, like, look cute. Oh, I'm into it. Hello. Hello. Okay, one sec. Let me look. Look, Alex, I finished. Look at the neck. Doesn't it kind of look like a spider web? You like it? Good morning. Sorry, you're sick still. Alex has awoken. To make it heavier, double the ribbing. Double the ribbing? Like fold it over and double it? Like make it 2 times the thickness? Or double it, like add to the bottom and knit down? I wish I could like almost crop it even a little more, like this. I don't know if that would be possible though. I feel like that would be the right length. Like there. Don't you think? Like that's the length I feel like looks better versus like this. Just ignore my sweatpants life right now. First you said, like fold it over. Fold it over and what, stitch it down? But then the ribbing will be like very thin. But look how cute it is. Oh, I'm just a spooky lady. I still have to put the armpits together, which is gonna be a whole other thing. Oh, I love it. I love it. The neckline is not too tight. I'm still in PJs. Me too. Well, I put on fresh PJs. It's perfect. You like it? I said I feel like this kind of is giving spider web, but I'm cool with it. Should we add anything to it? Ooh, it fits my body really well though. I feel like my body is a weird shape right now, but I feel like I'm not sure about how it looks here, but like everything from here up I'm obsessed with. I think it looks amazing from here up. I love the sleeves. They're perfect length. I can pull them over my hands, which is important to me. This is not blocked yet, so it will get a little bit longer when I block it, but the sleeves can get pulled over my hands, which I appreciate because I often do that when I'm just like in places. I can pull it. I do love the puffiness that's on the sleeves. Not too puffy, but it's got a little bit of extra like zhuzh at the ends. Ooh, she's cute. And I think this dark neckline adds something to it because it like brings your eyes up, you know, like it adds a little extra here. Like if I wear a necklace that has like something on it right here. Hey, get off of my stuff. Go on. Go, get out. Get out of here. Go. Go on. Thank you. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. So the rest of today's, oh, it fits my shoulders perfectly. What a perfect decrease. So I did frog from here 2 separate times. This is the 3rd attempt because I found that I did my decreases from here to here too quickly. So it was like tight around my shoulders and then I had to redo it. But now it fits. Look at that. There's barely even a wrinkle. It fits like perfectly on this section of my body. Wow, I love it. It's so cute. It's a little scratchy. I think it's from the wool. There's wool in here. So it's 75% acrylic, 25% wool, the black yarn. And all the other yarn is acrylic. This is super soft. The bands are super soft. The pink and purple is super soft, but the black has a bit of an itchy texture to it. So I think, I don't know, for a sweater that we knitted together with no pattern, I'm giving myself, like, I would say an A, maybe an A-, because I think that we could have done better on the body section. I think that on the next attempt at making a sweater, this should have just a tiny bit more fitted to it, because this is so fitted perfectly. Like, this fits me like a glove. This could fit just a little bit better here. And then I think the next time I will make sure to do a round of purling before I get straight into my knitting, so that we don't deal with this flipping up that is inevitably going to drive me absolutely bonkers. So I'm going to say A-. I would say if it was just from here up, I'd give myself an A+, but because we do have to incorporate this, I think that brings us down to an A-. I think from here up is A+, and from here down is like B. So I think that brings us to like an A-. Oh, hello. Oh, come on, look at, like, without looking at the bottom part of the body, look how it fits. Like, just from the top half. It fits so beautifully, which is another reason why I feel like I want to crop it again. Can you crop something you've already knitted? Is that a functional thing to do? I feel like it would be such a perfect little cropped sweater because it would fit better. Okay, that's that. Ugh, we've got that done. Now, let me just off-screen you for a sec so that I can put my stuff back on without having you fully exposed to my giant bosom. Well, I love the way she's looking right now. I don't need you guys to all have free. It's not free. It's only free for Alex. Okay, there we go. Gorge. This is the first sweater I knitted for myself. It turned out great. Again, the lower body portion is not right. Something's not right about it. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love the way it fits. It's super cozy. But you can see the top is fitted beautifully. The sleeves are fitted beautifully. But there's just this extra, like, look how wide the bottom is. So it's like it should be like that much less to be like a fitted sweater, but I do love how it drapes, so I'm fine with it, but it's not right. Like, you can tell a knitter would look at this and be like, something's wrong with it. There shouldn't be that much wiggle on the bottom. But anyway, it's fine. I have a fat belly, so my bottom is always wider and flowy. Well, now, same. But the sleeves on this one are perfect as well. We did a beautiful increase on this sweater. One of you guys had to talk me through this. I believe this is a yarn over make one. I don't think it's just like a plain yarn over. And we did them on the sleeves on the outer side, which made for this really pretty detail that shows up. Isn't that nice? I think that's a pretty detail. So there's that one. Now it's time to weave in ends, and it's going to take probably the rest of the stream to weave in the ends. But first we have to put the armpits together, which I'm not super looking forward to because I don't remember how to do it. Do any of you guys have, can you talk me through it, or should I look up instructions to sew the armpits together? Is it sewing? Do I do it inside out? Also, this is all the yarn I have left. Where did you go? In the black and in the rainbow, that's it. That's what I ended up with. So I played Yarn Chicken so well. I did a good job. Now, falling apart here, I'm telling you. Let's see. So cute, it's perfect. Thank you. Okay, let's see what sewing the underarm looks like. Falling apart here. Sewing the underarm of a knit sweater. And see if I know what I'm doing. How to seam an underarm with no gaps. Neaten up the sides. Before you start seaming, neaten up the outer edge of the underarm. This will ensure there are no gaps. Thread your yarn through a tapestry needle. Identify the stitch perpendicular to and on the side of the underarm opening. Okay. Run your tapestry needle through both legs of this stitch from the bottom and pull the yarn through to tighten it up. Further neaten the edge by tightening the loose stitch directly above the one you just worked. This will be the stitch column just to the right of the cast-on stitch. Insert your tapestry needle behind both legs of this stitch from the right under the V of the stitch. Pull the yarn through to tighten it up. Begin false grafting. The underarm opening is created by casting on stitches for both the sleeve and the body. If you can cast on the same number of stitches, follow these steps. Insert your tapestry needle through both legs of the first stitch. Okay. So I'm just going up and down. I feel like last time I did something different. I feel like last time I did some kind of stitch, not just grafting it together. Like I think there was something else to it. So I'm going to be doing this in black because that is a common denominator color. And we'll do it with 2 stripes of black. Where did my yarn needle go? Was I not using my yarn needle a second ago? I believe I was. Where'd you go? I miss you so. I know you were just here because I just used you to weave in an end. Did you fall on the floor? Are you gone forever? Am I crazy? No, there it is. Okay, I'm not crazy. It's fine. Okay. So, I'm gonna double my yarn. And we're gonna graft this thing together. Do you guys want to watch? I can put the camera above so you can watch. Telling you. I'm not long for this world, you guys. I'm holding on as long as I can. I still have work to do today. I don't have time to be sick today. Okay, let's see. Phone. Oh, she's dirty. We love that for you. Let's clean that lens up. Oh, much better. Okay. Okay. Let's try and get you guys to a spot that works. The ADD is strong today. I took my meds, but I took them late. Okay. Get a nice long piece so I don't have to think about running out. We definitely will not need this much. And my nose is running again. All right. Good, good, good. Poor Alex. Do you hear how harsh that cough sounds? Okay, so first we're gonna neaten up these edges. Oh, good, you can't see. Love that for you. Let's try moving this over. Getting you a little closer here. Moving this a little over that way. There. Now you can see. So we're gonna do perpendicular. I feel like there was a knit aspect to this, where we like knit it closed. I know I'm not crazy. I know there's a knit thing. Seaming armpit on a knit sweater. Mattress stitch, that's what we're looking for. Nope.
Introducing Gemini.
No free ads here. Hold on a sec. Hold on a tick. Closed caption me. Let me see. Okay, thank you. Let me see what we're doing here. Yeah. Good. Show me. Okay. That's still not the knitted way. How to sew underarm seams in knitting. How to finish underarm seams. I feel like I'm not crazy. I know that there was a way. Yeah, there's a knitting needle involved. I'm not crazy. Okay. So, what are we going to do here? The underarm stitches from the body and the sleeve are on hold on waste yarn, and there's a long tail from the sleeve. You will use the tail to work the Kitchener stitch. That's the stitch I'm looking for. Thread a blunt yarn needle. I don't have a blunt one, but that's fine. Insert the tips for the double pointed needles into the held stitches on each side. The needle tips should be on... Okay, so I do need double pointed needles for this. One sec. I have double pointed needles, I think. I do believe I have double pointed needles. We're doing this the right way, okay? I'm not half-assing it at the end. This sweater was hard work. Okay, double pointeds. Do I have 2 double pointeds that will fit the right size here? Yes I do. Thank you, Grandma. Okay, so now we're gonna pick up all these stitches, right? Let's see. Remove the waste yarn, insert the needle tips or double pointed needles into the held stitches on each side. The needle tips should be on the side where the yarn tail is, as you will be beginning to seam from that end. Well, I didn't have yarn tails, so I don't know what you want from me, woman, but I can pick up the stitches. That's something I can do. Oh, these needles are a little bit bigger, I think. Beelzebub, get out of there. Go on. Go on. That's not yours. Oh gosh. Get ready for the birds to start fake sneezing now. Whenever I sneeze, they go, achoo! And they make sneezing noises. It's cute until it's not. Okay, hold on. That brip sound is like the and then she goes achoo, and it's very silly. Of course, I missed a stitch after I pulled the yarn out. It wouldn't be me if I didn't screw up part of it. Okay. Okay, good. Beaut. Stitch number 2 here. Or side number 2 rather. Are you dropped? Are you a stitch? Why have you been dropped? Who would do such a thing? Well done, Laura. Okay, and then we'll pick you up. We'll pick you up. Come on, you. Where's the pink? I only see black yarn. Oh, because this is a black yarn row, okay. It's all good, it's all good. Pick up, pick up, pick up, and pick up. And why are you looking like this? Oh, you're where it attaches. That's why you're loose. Okay, it's fine. We'll figure you out later. You. Good. And good. Now you come back here. Where do you think you're going? You're still needed. Don't give up on me! There. Okay. Stitches are all on. Gorgeous. Now we can pull out that waste yarn. Beautiful. We can try and tighten that. There is no tail for me because this was knit together, so I'm just going to ignore all of that. Thread a blunt yarn needle with the long tail from the sleeve and use the Kitchener stitch as followed. Let's see. Voila, a nice neat underarm seam. Okay, that's fine. Show me your Kitchener stitch. Okay, let's try again. Bring me to your Kitchener stitch. Thank you so much. How to graph. Make sure your stitches are on two needles and the wrong sides are facing each other. Yeah, good. Wrong sides are facing each other. Beautiful. Put your darning needle through the first stitch on the front needles as if to purl. Okay, so first we want to attach our yarn, and the previous tutorial that I looked at had me go to the stitch perpendicular to the ones we were working. So let's find that. It would be you and you. You guys, you. Yeah. You go up and down, you go up and down. So that would be you and you, right? No, wait. You don't go sideways. You don't go sideways. You go up and down. And you don't go sideways. You go up and down. So hold on. We're looking for the black row and the green row. That's another way we can look at it. Beautiful. Okay. So this is where we're attaching. And I'm just going to tie a knot because I don't know how to do things. And we'll try to weave in that knot later. That's going to be a problem for another time. Okay? And because I'm nervous about what I'm doing, I'm double knotting her. Okay. Now let's Kitchener stitch this sweater together. Okay, so let's see what it tells me to do for a Kitchener stitch. Are you ready? Okay, step 1, put your darning needle through the first stitch on the knit, on the front needle, knitwise, okay, as if to knit. First stitch as if to knit. Good. Thread your yarn through and slip that stitch off the needle. All right. Off the needle. Put your darning through the next stitch on the front needle, purlwise. Thread your yarn through, leave the stitch on the needle. Put your darning needle through the first stitch on the back needle, purlwise. First stitch on the back needle, purlwise. Thread your yarn through. Slip that stitch off the needle. Next stitch on the back needle, knitwise. Leave the stitch on the needle. Who discovered this shit? Excuse my French, but like, for real? What are you talking about? Put your darning needle through the first stitch on the front needle. Knitwise. Hey, get off of that! It's not for birds. It's for Christmas decorating. Okay. Ugh. For the first stitch on the front needle, knitwise. Thread your yarn. Slip the stitch off. And then the front needle, purlwise. Leave the stitch on. The back needle, purlwise. Slip the stitch off. Okay, can you not be difficult right now? I'm already struggling. Thank you. Purlwise. Pull it through. Slip the stitch off. Then knitwise. And leave the stitch on. Are you closing up pretty? You don't feel pretty. You feel a little bit ugly under here. Are you being ugly? You better not. It's gonna suck if this is ugly. I'll be so sad. Okay, knitwise. Leave on. Then... Right? Did I just do knitwise? Yeah, knitwise, leave on. Then knitwise, thread through. Slip off. Then purlwise, leave on. Then purlwise, slip off. Then knitwise, leave on. Then knitwise, knitwise, slip off. Oh, my nose is running again. Then purlwise, leave on. Then purlwise, slip off. Then knitwise, leave on. Then knitwise, slip off, and then purlwise, leave on. Then purlwise, slip off, then knitwise, leave on. Then knitwise, slip off, and then purlwise. Wow, this is requiring all my brain power. Leave on. Then purlwise, slip off, and knitwise, leave on. Then knitwise, slip off, and purlwise, leave on. Hopefully this is happening the way that we want it to happen. Do you look well grafted? I mean, kinda. It's not terrible. It's closing up. Purlwise, slip off, knitwise, leave on. Knitwise, slip off, purlwise, leave on, purlwise off, knitwise on, knitwise off, purlwise on, purlwise off, knitwise on, nose running again, knitwise off, purlwise on, and purlwise off, knitwise on. Oh no, come back. And knitwise off, purlwise on, and purlwise off, knitwise on, knitwise off, and purlwise off. Gorgeous! The armpit! I have closed her! And more or less, why are you missing? Are you a missing stitch? What's happening? Oh, that's where the color change happens. I just need to shore up that yarn. Yeah, we hear you. We always hear you, Beelzebub. You've never been misheard, madam. Okay. So that part's all put together. Haven't missed anything. Okay, now we just need to close up this armpit hole. Now, do you talk about that? Okay, beautiful. Now show me again, go back. Show me what to do about that hole. Thread a blunt yarn needle, seam the stitches together. Note if there's still little holes on the side, use the darning needle to stitch up the hole. Okay, so there are still holes on the side. So now we're going to come across, down, across, down, across, all right. Hi, baby. Yeah. All right. Armpit hole is closed. And then I'm going to flip over to get to the other side. I'm going to weave across because there's still a hole on the other side. come through like that. Beautiful tied up armpit, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'll just come across these stitches on the back. Nose run again. Gorgeous. Let me see. Michelle, hey Michelle. Laura, I would like to thank you for your company and your kindness. You've made me feel less alone on many days. Oh, thank you. Well, same to you. Thank you for coming. It wouldn't be the same community without you here. That goes for all of you. I really appreciate having you here. It really ups the vibe to have a nice community of people, doesn't it? So I'm just stitching across, like, to weave the end over so that there's no visible tail here. I'm just doing it across the back stitches. I know it's hard to tell because I'm using black yarn. Okay. Now I'm going to bring it back to the front so I can see what I'm doing to close up this hole. And then we'll be done one armpit. We'll just have to finish the second one. So we'll go through here, and then we'll go through here. Yes, it does you have some great company, right? It's an awesome, awesome group here. It's good for, yeah, basically keeping the loneliness away once winter hits, because who wants to go outside, first of all? In order to socialize, like, you have to leave your house to socialize, but at least, poor Alex, at least this fills some of it, you know, without having to leave. You can just come and hang out, and you get the benefit of the socialization without having to, like, you know, spend any money. That's another thing. Every time I leave my house, I'm like, how did I spend money? I literally did not leave my house to spend money. I left my house to spend time. And yet, you come out of it like, oh, cool, money has been spent that I did not intend on spending. One other benefit of the online community. You don't have to spend money to be in it. I mean, you can, but you don't have to. Alright, there we go. Ends woven in. Everything put together. I'm gonna weave in. Oops, I cut the wrong thing. Dang it, I cut the wrong thing. That's a little bit stressful. Not my best work there. Cool. Right, you gotta get dressed. You never know who you're gonna meet and the mood they'll be in that day. Yeah, you don't know who you'll meet. You don't know the mood they'll be in, but you also you don't know who you'll meet. Like, if you went out to, like, go get a snack and then you see someone that you, like, went to university with or high school, and you're like, I'm not dressed to be perceived right now. You know, like, back in the day, you always had to dress up to leave your home. Nowadays, you don't. So sometimes you don't, and you just look like a dirt squirrel, and that's okay. But on those days, you really are aiming not to see people, you know? Like, you could see strangers, and that's fine, but, like, I don't want to see my neighbor from my childhood. I don't want to see my first grade teacher. I don't want to see anyone that might recognize me and be like, oh, this is what she looks like? No, no, no. It's not what I look like. This is not who I am. This is pajama Laura. This is not real Laura. I know you know what I'm talking about. My fellow dirt squirrels. Sometimes you just need to leave the house for a minute, and you don't think about it too much. And then you bump into someone who you really did not want to bump into looking the way that you look. You don't have to do that, is the point. You can just hang out here without you don't have to bump into anyone. And because it's all online, I can just assume you are dressed to the nines, ready to go out and party. You actually look so lovely today. Alright, so that's gonna go here and here. And then we'll just weave her in. and no one will be the wiser. Gorge. I'm wearing my best jammies. Exactly. I'm wearing sweatpants. I put on a handmade sweater so that you'd see me and be like, oh, she's dressed. I got dressed into clean sweatpants. That's the best I could do for you today. They're clean. That's the literal height of what I could do. It was like either I'm gonna have some makeup on and wear something comfortable, or I'm gonna wear an outfit and then not wear any makeup. So I decided I'll wear makeup because underneath this makeup, whew, she's looking rough, let me tell you. She's not doing her best. That is a sure fact about me right now. Okay, armpit number 1, completely seamed up, no holes, no ugliness, just a beautiful, perfect armpit. Now we have to do the other side, and then we have to weave in so many ends. I'm very much not looking forward to all of the ends I have to wear, or all of the ends I have to weave. But we're gonna do it, because this sweater took so much time and effort that if we don't weave in the ends, it'll look trashy, and we need to make it not look trashy. It needs to look good, because I worked really hard on it, okay? I want to know, I did bottom up work. Is there any way of editing what I've done? Okay, can you stop for real? It's not leaking when I blow my nose, and then I just got like dizzy. So much pressure in my sinuses, but it's like leaking otherwise. Okay, ignore me. Let me just talk myself off the ledge here. Okay. I wish you'd step back from that ledge, my friend. Cut ties from all the lies that you've been living in. Ugh, I have so much editing to do today. My video is an hour long, and I still have to double check it for music. My life is so hard. Okay. Okay. We got this. We got this. It's gonna be fine. We're like almost done the second armpit, and once we finish the second armpit, it's just 1,000 ends that need to be woven in, and then after we finish weaving in 1,000 ends, we're basically golden. What else did I literally watched, I spent almost the entire day on Saturday because Alex was sleeping all weekend. So we didn't do grocery shopping. We were planning on doing grocery shopping today, but now Alex is coughing up a lung and I'm sick. So I think we might, for the first time since COVID, order groceries. Because I don't want to go out. Oh, shoot, I did the same thing on the last needle. I don't want to go out and spread my disease, but I also don't have eggs, so we need to get groceries. Okay, there we go. Now it's time to Kitchener stitch again. I kind of want to weave this end in before I do that, though. No, I'll do what I did last time. It worked out well last time, just do that again. Don't overthink it. Have you guys ordered groceries since COVID? When it was COVID times and everything was still up in the air and no one knew what was going on, and grocery delivery was so cheap, it was like $3 for our local grocery store, and I was like, okay, and all of the groceries were the same price. There was no upcharge. Like, I know now there's an upcharge. When you order your groceries online, things cost a different amount than they do in store. But at the beginning, there wasn't. And it was amazing because I was able to order our groceries. And we would sometimes we would pick them up. Sorry, I'm thinking here how I'm going to weave this end in. We would pick them up, but we would pick them up curbside, and they would just put it in your car. And at the beginning of COVID, they were like really careful, and they would like pick out the nicest grapes, and they would pick out the nice stuff. Like your produce would be nice. Now I feel like less so about that. It's just like they pick out whatever's there, which is fine, but like I like picking out my nice produce. But at the beginning of COVID, it was like they picked out the good produce, and it just felt nice. It felt like a nice option. Alright, so I just need to get myself over to the other side there. Now I don't have to weave my end in after, because I have pre-woven in my end. So smart sometimes. Okay, so that's done. Now let's kitchen or stitch this sleeve together. Same joke twice, still funny. Okay, stitch marker, you can come off. Your services have been rendered. Thank you. All right. Knit off, purl on. And then purl off, knit on. And then knit. Come on, you knit off, purl on, purl off, knit on. Look at me go. And then knit off, purl on, and then purl off, knit on. Do you hear how rough his cough sounds? And then knit off, purl on. It's like dry. I thought it would be a wet cough. Purl off, knit on. For like knit off, purl on. Oops. Purl off, knit on. Look at how much easier it is after I figure it out. Knit off, purl on, purl off, knit on, and knit off, purl on, and purl. Come on, you. Not all of you. Stay back. Purl off, knit on, and knit on, purl, knit off, purl on. Ouch. Stab my finger there. And purl off, knit on. Sorry, I have to say it out loud or I'll forget how to do it. And then knit off, purl on, nose is running and I can feel it, but I have to finish this. Knit off. Oops, knit off. Come on, don't fall. No, not into my mouth. Hold on, knit off. Purl on. Purl off. Knit on. Knit off. Oops. Purl off. I have one extra stitch somehow, so I'll just do a knit there. Beauty. What a beauty queen. This side was faster and easier, but now we still have to do the same thing with the tails. So where's your mouse? No, okay. Just a bird. Thought I heard a mouse behind me, but it's a bird beside me. My ears. Okay. Closed. Okay, and then we can go up, across. What is it, ma'am? Across to here. Down to here. And we can go up to here. Through there. Through here. Hey! Stop that this instant. There. Armpit hole closed up on one side. Then we'll stick the needle down through, weave it across to close up the hole on the other side. This can be cut because that was woven in already. We'll deal with that after, but we have to close up this hole first. So we'll just go up and down and up and down and up and down and around and up and down. Okay, and then there's a little hole here. And we'll close that one up. This is where those slip stitches are. Bada boom, bada boom. Good. Now we have to just close up this hole. I'm going to stick my needle through the other way to close it. Okay, so what is it? Through those. Come back down through these. Down through those. Now you guys should line up. Pull you up through here. And down through those. Perfect. No problemo. Super. I just have to wipe my nose because she's dripping. Then we can flip this inside out to weave the end in. And then armpit number 2 is also stitched together. And we don't have any more seaming to do at this point. Just weaving in ends, which is perhaps the worst part, but once it's done, the sweater will be done. There we go. Then we can block it, and then we'll be able to like start wearing it for real. There. All right, armpits 1 and 2 are finished. Let me just weave the ends in around the armpit so that I can turn it out and show you how glorious. Look at all these ends. Kill me now. Okay. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna do it, and it's not gonna hurt our feelings. It's gonna turn out awesome. What time is it? 11? We have an hour? Maybe we can get all these ends woven in. Do you think? It's possible. It's not probable, though. But who are we if not to defy what is impossible? We are knitters. Bum ba bum 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 bum. All right. Okay, that should be good for that one. Okay, so here's what the second armpit looks like. All closed up, gorgeous. Should I have done it in rainbow instead of black? Maybe, because that does draw a lot of attention to the armpit, but the point is there's no open holes. We did a great job. Now the worst job of all gets to be done. First, let's have a little coffee. Do you want to watch from above what I'm doing, or do you want to just hang out like this? By the way, if you have not yet clicked the thumbs up button today, please do. Really appreciate it. If you could click it, it helps the channel grow, and you're already here hanging out, so you might as well. Okay. Let's see what there is to do here. What's to be done? Let's pull out all our stitch markers because we don't need them now. I'm so excited to wear this. I do think I should block it because there is wool inside. Like, it's not a lot of wool, but there is wool to this project. Oops. Well, there's my yarn. So I think blocking it is a good choice. But now that we've got the armpits all done, we do have, technically, a finished sweater that could be worn, but it's not ready. We're gonna weave in our ends. We're really, really gonna. We're very strong and independent and reliable. So we're gonna weave our ends in for the good of all. I just have to convince myself, because look at all of these ends. Are you ready for this? Look at this, where the decreases are. Kill me. Look how many at that decrease side. Ugh. It's so many ends. I heard something fall that was solid. And I imagine it's a stitch marker, but I don't see it. There you are, my little robin. I shan't lose you, darling. Okay. And that's all that we ended up with. Oops, this is it. This is all the yarn we have left for this entire project. Is this not, like, to have played Yarn Chicken so effectively? Really? You're brand new. To have played Yarn Chicken so effectively is quite a wonderful task to have succeeded in. Now let me just put my needles away because I don't need any of these knitting needles out right now. Better to have them put away safe than to have the birds start to play with them. Okay, all of my stitch markers are also away. I also washed this sweater again to try and shrink it a little bit. Didn't work because it's acrylic, but I had hope. My hope was dashed. Sorry to those of you who are just joining, if that's how you were welcomed into the space, then I apologize. Okay, yarn over here, scraps right here, baby sweater. It is cute though. Too bad it's too big. This is the sweater that will be tomorrow's tutorial. This is a 18-month to 2-year sweater. Here's how cute it is. Poor Alex. If you didn't see already from the title, Alex has strep throat and pneumonia and an ear infection also. Just lovely. Love this for him. Okay, now let me move myself back here a bit so we can get started. Did I put away my yarn needle? Yes, I did. We are farmers. I'm gonna have a Halls also, and I'm gonna give him one. Yeah, that's good. Be right back. My yarn needle is on the table. My yarn needle is on the table. You're welcome, love you. Is this the best spot for a cat bed? Here, let me show everybody how you're choosing to sleep. Even though there are dog and cat beds everywhere. This is where the cat is. Here, I'll put you by the window in your box. You're the best Amazon delivery ever, Rohan. There. Why use a comfortable, soft, fluffy cat bed when you could use a cardboard box? You know? Has this moth trap caught anything yet? No. Empty. Hey, were you sleeping? Did I wake you up? Cool. Alright, let's get to weaving. Let me have one more big gulp of coffee before we do. No, thank you, please. I don't want to hear that. My coffee's almost done. How cute is that cat? Come on. There are literally 1, 2, 3. In this room, there are 3 empty animal beds available for him. Chooses the cardboard box. Looks safe. Looks cozy. Okay, let me just finish my coffee. Without that hot plate, I'm telling you, there's no chance I would finish a coffee. Because I have that little mug warmer, I finished them. Sweet pea. Sometimes he's a sweet pea. Sometimes he's a demon creature from the deep. You never know what you're gonna get. Okay, let's weave in some ends. The least fun part of a knitting project. I'm gonna untie my knots, and I'm gonna start weaving in these ends. And hopefully we can get a good chunk done in the next 45 minutes. Next. It sounds like the birds are doing crimes, but they're just playing in their cage. Currently no crime is being committed by my birds. Okay. Perfect. Trying to decide if I should wet block or steam block this sweater. I don't know. I feel like steam blocking it'll be faster. And also it's acrylic, so is it really worth it to even bother wet blocking it, you know? Oh, jeez Louise. Pardon me. Thanks, Michelle. All right, now color changes. The question is, do we have holes here? No, not really. Good. I overposted on Discord a pair of pictures of Sunflower Fairy. Ooh, salute. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Let's see what we got. There we go. Oh, come on, that's so cute. Look at her. Okay, does it tuck in? She like tucks in. That's so cute. Come on. Louisa, that's very cute. I love that. I messed up the mechanism, but she doesn't know. It looks great to me. It pops out, it's very cute. pretty. Also make sure I have a cardboard box for my cat. Yeah? Wow. He has cat beds. Chooses the cardboard box. No, Beelzebub, you're not invited. Excuse me. Go on. Thank you. Is that the comfiest spot, Rohan? Good spot for a bath. Drink tea with honey and lemon. It helps a lot. Yes, I have been, and Alex has too. Alex has a ginger lemon tea, and he adds honey to it. He pretty much stopped drinking coffee. A couple of weeks ago now, probably close to a month ago, he stopped drinking coffee. And since then, he's been drinking a lot of herbal teas. He's preferred the herbal teas over regular tea lately. And then when he started getting sick, he was like, what tea should I drink? And I was like, been waiting my whole life for you to say that, sir. And now he's been drinking pretty much exclusively lemon and ginger tea, and then he adds a slice of lemon to it, and he adds honey to it. I just needed him to get a bad enough cold to ask me to help him with witchcraft, and the witchcraft I can help him with is the teas. I needed a peppermint tea last night. That was the thing I was really wanting and craving. He can add cinnamon as well. He doesn't like cinnamon. I like having cinnamon in like my coffee and in my pretty much anything. I love cinnamon. I think it's a very tasty tree bark that we enjoy. However, he's not a fan of cinnamon. Like, he'll eat it in a baked good, but he doesn't like it as an ingredient, like coffee with cinnamon or tea with cinnamon or anything with cinnamon in it. He's not a fan, but like a baked good, he'll be fine. He doesn't know the ingredient tastes. So he likes ingredients. Cinnamon as an ingredient is fine. Cinnamon as a forward flavor, not so much. I only have cassia cinnamon right now, though. I don't have any of the good stuff. I haven't gone to the bulk. I haven't gone to the bulk food store in a while. My mom gave me a huge stash of cinnamon that she got on some discount, and it's like regular bark, like it's just the whole cinnamon sticks. And I've been using that for like a year because I have so much of it. But I haven't gone cinnamon shopping in a while. All right. Almost done the first sleeve. For cough, I make a paste. Okay, 1 second, let me read it. Hey, chill out. No. I make a paste with powdered cinnamon, powdered ginger, and honey. And what do you do with that paste? Morning, seriously, I cannot believe you are both sick. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sick, but Alex is like actually sick. Like, he's taking the day off today sick. And Alex works from home, so to take the day off from work, he has to be actually sick, because he can pretty much do his job in almost any condition. But he is not well. Strep throat and pneumonia? Like, what are you doing? Excuse me? That seems ridiculous, sir. What were you doing to contract such things? And you know what he'll say? Hanging out with Alistair. Sir, Alistair would have to have those things for you to get them. You two are gonna miss Christmas. No, we're not! Stop it. We're not gonna be sick on Christmas. We're gonna be better by then. Christmas isn't for a while. No, we're gonna be fine. Don't! We're not. Cinnamon is not good for allergies, you know that. Well, they're good, because Alex has allergies, so then he won't have it. Maybe that's why he doesn't like cinnamon. Could be. Could be. We're not going to miss Christmas. We're not going to miss Christmas. I did so much work for Christmas this year. We absolutely shall not miss Christmas. Now you've put that in my head, Candace. We better not. Everybody's sick right now, though. You mean he doesn't like cinnamon buns at all? Boo. No, he likes baked goods with cinnamon. But I don't know if it has ever... Hey! Stop that. It's my mirror. Hey! Don't do that. I'm watching you. Yeah, that's right. Hey. Don't you do that. Don't touch my mirror. That's not yours. I'm watching you. Don't you tilt your head at me. That's right. Hey. Who do you think you are? Just saying, pack in the vitamin C and all. OD on it all. Yeah, all the medicines. I took Dayquil today, so that should help, I hope. Stop it! Hey! I will get the spray bottle, Beelzebub. Don't make me. That's enough. She's trying to break one of my mirrors. 1 second. No. 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 Have to get the water spray. She knows she's not allowed to do that. Will she stop? Probably not, so she keeps trying to like bite on one of my mirrors on the edge of it to like break the wood of the frame of it. So I have to teach that bird a lesson. Hey, not that wood. She's like, okay, then I'll bite the door frame. Yeah, we're gonna do what we gotta do. He's not gonna be sick by Christmas. He has 2 weeks of antibiotics for the strep, which will also cure his ear infection. It's a little happy accident of antibiotics being broad spectrum. And his strep will be gone, and since I'm already showing symptoms, if I get strep, mine will be gone as well. Pretty much, if it is strep that I have, I need to find out, like, ASAP so I can get antibiotics for it so I can be out of the woods before Christmas, but we're not missing Christmas. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna have something. I worked really hard on all the Christmas presents this year. Everybody's getting sick stuff, and everybody's gifts I worked really hard on, and they're all wrapped really pretty. So, no, I'm not... I refuse. I'll arrive in a plastic bubble, but I'm gonna be at Christmas. But we are gonna do all the things to prevent us from still being sick by then. Oh, that would make me so angry. But right now, everyone in my family is sick, so, like... Where did we all get it from? Each other. Where did we get it from originally? Probably babies. If I were to guess, I would guess it was the babies. The babies are always just bringing it in. Costco, maybe? Yeah. Probably. We haven't been careful enough. It's because everyone stopped wearing masks, and this is like, I feel like, is this the first winter of us not wearing a mask? I feel like we wore masks last winter. We're gonna mask up now, though, because I'm not risking getting anything else before Christmas. Since this will probably be gone by then, I'm going to be wearing a mask when we go out from now on to just avoid any additional thing. If anything, it'll keep people away from me. Even if it isn't protecting me per se. Poor babies are always a germ factory. Yeah, they are. They're cute, but they're gross. And daycare is just like a germ, just absolute, literally a germ factory. There's like too many babies in one space. I think there's like 6 at Alistair's daycare, if I'm not mistaken. 6 babies. And that's a lot of babies to be together. I know that like other daycares it can be even more babies together, but 6 is still a lot to be having in one space all day long. Plus, both my sister and her husband are teachers, so like, I'm not even talking into my mic right now. I'm so sorry. My ADD is not, it's ADDing. Yeah, my sister and her husband are both teachers, so they also are dealing with germ factories of just like little kids. They both work at like schools with kids, which is what teachers tend to do. So they're just constantly exposed also to the germs. Basically, Alex and I just don't stand a chance. No matter what happens, we're just gonna end up sick with something. I'm sure everything will be fine by Christmas. That's literally, it's weeks away. We've got time. Oh well. At least I have these hauls and this Dayquil and this cozy warm sweater. It's all gonna be a-okay. I say as Alex hacks up a lung in the next room. I'm just following the stitch pattern to weave these ends in. Hopefully that won't be visible from the front. That's all that I'm hoping. I think the pattern is busy enough that it won't be, but you'll have to wait and see. We've almost got one whole sleeve done. It's only 11:30. I don't think we'll get the whole thing done, but we might get at least the sleeves. That would be nice, wouldn't it? And it sucks. My sister's sick today too. And it's her birthday. To be sick on your birthday sucks. Well, you shouldn't have been born in December, you know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, sissy. Yes, happy birthday. I already wished her a happy birthday, and I'll call her after the stream to do so. But yep. She's an old maid now. My daughter is December 29th, and my sister was Christmas Eve. Aw, a Christmas present. My sister was born, and then 3 days later, my mom turned 30. So my sister finds it very easy to remember how old my mom is, because she just has to add 30 to it. And yet I can never remember how old my sister is, even though she's a year younger than me, but she's a year and a half younger than me, so sometimes it looks like we're 2 years apart, and sometimes it looks like we're 1 year apart. So it's like, at what time of year is she 1 year apart? At what time of year is she 2 years apart? You know? The best I ever got. Aw, that's sweet. So lucky to be close with your sisters. Yeah. I agree. It is lucky. Not everybody gets that, that's for sure. Close in age and close in emotional closeness. My older sister's a couple years. My mom and dad basically just went every other year. For, I think it was like 8 years for 4 babies. Actually, I think it's less than 8 years. I think it's 5 years for 4 babies. No, 87, 90, 92, 93. I think that's, or 88, 90, 92, 93. Yeah, I think that's it. Were you close in childhood as well? I mean, we were sisters, very close in age. So we were really close when we were little kids, and then we hit our teenage years and despised each other, as a lot of teenage girls do. And then towards the end of high school, like when I was in grade 12, my sister was in grade 11. My older sister, when she went to university, we got closer because we like hated each other through high school. We were together, like we loved each other, and we were there for each other when needed, but like as friends, no. And then my sister went to university and we got way closer. And then my little sister and I started getting close when I was in grade 12, she was in grade 11, because I had to take French. I had avoided it somehow, but my parents made it a rule in our family that we had to take French. So I was a year behind in French. So I ended up taking grade 10 French. Hold on. So I didn't take French all through high school. You're supposed to take it, everyone has to take it in grade 9, and then in grade 10, 11, and 12, it's optional. So I just didn't take it, and I thought my parents would never know, but then grade 12 came, or grade 11 came, and my parents found out. So in second semester of grade 11, first semester of grade 12 and second semester of grade 12, I had to take grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12 French. So for 3 semesters, I was in class with my little sister, because in grade 10 French, when I was in grade 11, I had to do grade 10 French. So I was with my little sister because she was in grade 10. So I had to be with her for that. And then grade 11 French, she was in grade 11 by then. So I had to take French with her. And then in the second semester, I had to take grade 12 French, and she just took grade 12 French because we had become friends. So I had to take 3 classes with my sister throughout high school, which ended up making us be closer. We were like group partners for a lot of things and worked together. We both didn't like doing French. We both were not very good at it, but we got along. And then we ended up like throwing parties together when my parents were out of town. So her friends would come and my friends would come. We would make it like a bigger party than it should have been. But we had a good time. We were very organized because between the two of us, the anxiety from us 2 kids was enough to make sure that my parents would never find out about the party, because we had recycling bins set up at our party. We had garbage pails set up at our party. My sister hid the garbage in her closet in our childhood home until like 3rd year university. The garbage from that party in grade 12 for me. So like she hid that for like 3 years, and then my dad was cleaning her room. We didn't live there anymore, and my dad was like, I just found 2 recycling bags of beer bottles and beer cans. It was like, well, we might as well come clean now. It's not like you can do anything about it now. And we had recycling bins set up, like I said. I had a separate bin that said for beer tabs and beer bottle lids, because I knew people open beer and then like throw the lid, and we couldn't risk any evidence of this party ever showing up in our house. So after the party, the following morning, my parents were gone for 2 days. So we had the party on Friday. They were gone Friday night, they were gone Saturday, and then they were going to come home Sunday. So Saturday after this party, my sister and I cleaned the whole house. Oh, also, we put furniture in front of rooms we didn't want people to go in. So my parents had like a liquor room. I guess it's not liquor. It was like a wine room. It was like our, what was it called? Like the mud room of our house. We had a space on the main floor that was like, it was a pantry, like a closet, but my mom and dad used it to store cleaning supplies as well as alcohol. So we put a huge couch in front of that door, but before we put this huge couch in front of the door, we took all of the breakable things in the rooms that were going to be occupied by people. So all of the vases, we took down a bunch of the pictures that were like in fancy frames. We took down a bunch of the mirrors that were in fancy frames, and we put them into this wine closet thing, and then blocked the door with furniture. So there was literally nothing that could get broken. And we just put up a few decorations for the party so that like you wouldn't be like, why are the mirrors missing? And people came over and had a great time, and nobody drove drunk, and nobody was assaulted, and lots of people came. Like a lot of people came. And that was the only party my sister and I ever threw. And we had fun. She met a guy from my grade who ended up being her boyfriend for a while after. And I don't think I had a boyfriend at the time, but that's fine. And my parents never found out. We cleaned the whole house the following day. My parents came home and said, wow, the house looks so good. Thanks, guys. Even the dishes are put away. You guys are so nice. Did you dust? Why, yes, because when we put the vases back where they belonged in the living room on the shelves that they went in, we dusted them before we put them back. Nothing was stolen. Like, I visited my Nana's grave once, like ever, and I visited my grandmother's grave when I went to Nova Scotia to visit. So that's been twice, maybe 3 times since she died. My grandpa, I only saw his grave once. That was when we put him in it. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they are in Nova Scotia, which makes it a little bit harder, but still, it's just not really a part of our, like, tradition. That would be a nice tradition to have. Like, go visit the graves and clean them off and whatnot. Like, when we were up for my grandpa's funeral, we cleaned the grave. My sister more than me. I started it off, and then I went home to my family's home. And then when I came back to clean it, my sister had already come out and cleaned it. But, yeah, that seems like that would be a lovely way to honor the person, is to go visit their grave. I'm sure a lot of people do that. I haven't had that many people to visit, I guess. Most of my family is in Nova Scotia. Some of them are in British Columbia. They're like far away, which makes visiting their grave difficult, you know? There we go. I'm about halfway done the second sleeve now, which still means there's quite a bit to weave in, but I'm gonna finish it before I see you next. Am I being honest? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try really hard to have it done. There we go. Cool. Just a few more left. Hey there, Rohan. Good morning. I don't know how I'm gonna film with this runny nose and illness. I'll have to persevere. I am such a whiny baby when I have a cold, for real. It's like I cannot function as an adult. It's just a cold, Laura. And yet here I am. So whiny and sad. I really, really hope that these don't look bulky from the other side. 2 more color changes. We can get these sleeves done today. I'm gonna stick around here until I finish these sleeve ends, weaving them in. Is it because I'm avoiding working? Maybe. Is it because I need to get this done? Also maybe. Both can be true. I can be avoiding doing real work and also getting work done. I hope none of you get sick. I hope we can just get over this and not have any sickness. think we have, oh no, we still have 2 more color changes. I thought we had 1 more now. 2 more. And then we're there. At the top of the sleeve. Then I can turn it inside out and we can look at how it's shaping up. One more. Please don't be bulky from the other side. Last one for the sleeve. There we go. Sleeve color changes are finished on both sides. Oh, that's not true. One more. That's annoying. Don't know where that one came from, but we'll get that done. So is this all the ends being sewn in? Then, hold on. Then there's just the collar to do. I've already done the collar, Candace. I finished the collar earlier on in the stream. So I'm actually already done the collar, if you'll believe it. Okay. And there we go. Now both sleeves are done, woven in all the edges just on the sleeves. Now there's just all of the edges on the body to do, which you can see is still a lot, but let's turn it inside out so we can see how it looks in terms of, is it bulky or is it perfect? It's beautiful. Ta-da! The sleeves are perfect. Not too bulky at all. I don't see any areas where the sleeve looks bulky, which is great. Perfect. We just have to weave in those body pieces. But the sweater's done. And oh, you know what though? I was half an hour late today, wasn't I? So let's keep working. Let's see if we can get all these ends woven in. I'll just keep on keeping on with the weaving since I was late. I forgot that I was half an hour late today. So let's just keep weaving in. Wow, it looks so good. Thanks, Candace. I worked really hard on it, so I hope it looks good. Do you want to watch weaving in, or are you cool just hanging out? What's the vibe? Because I can do like this so you can see what we're working on. If you want. Oh, excuse me. Oh, not that one, this one. There. After these end pieces are all woven in, I get to block it. And then after I block it, I get to wear it. It fits really well too, Candace. Blocking? What's that? Lol. Well, I just think it'll help with the bottom, because the bottom's really like tilting in. So you see it's like twisting in. Because this is stockinette stitch, I should have done a row of purls here, but I didn't. And I can't fix it now. So I think blocking is going to be my only way of like forcing this to stay flat. And I'm not even sure if it'll work. I'm hopeful. But I'm definitely not sure. Sorry. Can't do much about it though. Wish there was something I could do about the twisting. Like a stitch I could do on top. Maybe if I do like some surface crochet or something. Maybe I can fix it. I'm hella late. Oh my god, I hope you feel better. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm not as sick as Alex. Alex is the one who's got all the big things. I'm just sick. I'm just normal amount of sick. Alex is like really sick. And I think it's because the sickness that he had previously never really went away. It just sort of got a little bit better, but now he's sick again. Or a surface crochet right on the join, on the inside to push it out. Yeah, well, I was thinking on the outside. Like right along this line. Anyway, he's got antibiotics now, so that should get rid of the ear infection and the strep. And then the pneumonia, if it's bacterial, will also be covered by the antibiotic, but if it's viral, then he just has to like fight through it. But they didn't test for what kind it was. They just said, there are sounds in your lungs that should not be there. Pneumonia sounds. And here we are. So I do not have pneumonia, but the chance of me getting strep throat, I don't want to tempt it, but unfortunately fairly high. as we live and sleep and work in the same space. So I'm gonna have to do a good amount of cleaning just to try and sterilize some stuff. I'm glad I did all of our bedding last week, but I'm gonna have to do the exact same deep clean of the bedding and the bedroom because he's been coughing like that for 3 days. So I'm gonna do a Lysol the walls and floor type deep clean of the bedroom. Try and help with the spread. Oof, that's brutal. I know, an ear infection, strep throat, and pneumonia. All at once. Alex literally 2 weeks ago was like, maybe I have walking pneumonia. And I was like, maybe. I doubt it. Lol. He actually said maybe we have walking pneumonia. And I said, I don't think so. I doubt that. And he said, okay. Keep the pets away. Lysol is bad for them. Yeah, well, the pets stay away when I'm cleaning anyway. I don't let them near my stuff because, yeah, all of the stuff I use is bad for them. But what I do is I mop the floor with Lysol and water. And then I go back and I mop the floor with dish soap and water. And then I go back and I mop it with water. Because my mop is easy to do that. Like with, it's easy to, like I wring out the mop and then I just refill the bucket. It's an easy quest to remop. Plus, I consider it like the Lysol is the first step. It's not mopping the floor. It's just the first step in mopping the floor. I like doing the Lysol first because the water gets so grungy with the Lysol because the Lysol is like vibrant yellow. So then when you have any dirt, it turns to this like murky green and it feels so good. And then when I do the soapy water, I go crazy and I like get water all over the floor, like real wet and scrubby dub dub. And then I rinse out my, or not rinse out, then I wring out my my mop, and then I scoop up all the soapy water and the floor looks clean. But then I go in with just clean hot water. And I mop the whole thing again with just clean hot water. And it just feels so satisfying to have a fully cleaned floor. And by the time I get in with the hot water, the water doesn't come back dirty. Even with after the Lysol, the second mop with soapy water, it still makes the water dirty. Which is upsetting, because since we got this new mop, I've been more inclined to mop more regularly. And to have the second mopping still have dirty water coming out of it, I'm like, what are we doing that is so just disgusting that our floors get crazy like this? We have animals, that's what. You're supposed to rinse it anyway, so you're good. Yeah. Also, we don't, like, Lysol I only started using this year because it was on sale at Costco. Love that for us. But Alex is super sensitive to cleaners, so I have to rinse it. Even if it weren't for the animals, I would have to do a little extra anyway because Alex is super sensitive to cleaners and scents and all those things. They can cause outbreaks of eczema. So we just don't, none of our shampoo or body wash or face wash or creams or lotions, none of that stuff has any scent in it. Our laundry detergent, our dryer sheets, that sort of stuff can't have any scent in it. So Lysol is fairly like aggressively scented. So it kind of requires aftercare. I became allergic to lemon Lysol during COVID because I overused it. That sucks. I don't love that for you. Well, I'm not there yet, but I don't touch it with my hands typically. Not for any particular reason, just because what I use it for is mopping. I don't use it for other cleaning. Other cleaning I have like a soap for. A gentle soap. Or it's gentle on your skin anyway. I think it's called Castile soap. It's some cleaner that's supposed to not be toxic. It's gotten a lot better for a while. Even the smell of someone using it would give me an instant headache. Oh my god, and nausea. That's kind of scary. How many freaking color changes did I do for this damn sweater? A lot. The answer is a lot. But we're getting close. Only like 50 more. Probably like 20 more in reality. This is so much more invisible than when I did it last time. The weaving in, that is. Because it's such a bulky sweater. It's because instead of hand sanitizer wipes, I made my own with Lysol and paper towels. But I don't think I diluted it enough to be used on my skin constantly. I don't even know if there is a diluted enough to use on your skin constantly for Lysol. I feel like it's just not meant for skin. We have Lysol wipes too. Alex prefers Lysol wipes to paper towels for certain things. Also, he prefers paper towels to washcloths. And like, obviously, who doesn't prefer paper towels to washcloths? It's one of those things you just have to get used to though. But he doesn't want to get used to it. He's like, no, I like paper towels. So I'm like, you just wash these paper towels. These are paper towels that you wash. And he's like, it's not the same. I'm like, yeah, but it's like double the price or 100 times the price because washcloths are free. No, thank you. No, hey. No, don't make me spray you. I feel like it's a millennial cleaning thing. Yeah. But like, I don't care for it. I want to use my frickin' washcloths. You can wash them. You don't have to have new paper towels each time. It's such a waste of money. Plus then you can make your own washcloths. And then they're pretty. Yeah, probably there's not even a safe dilution. Honestly, Melanie, probably. Though I will be honest, I do like to use a Lysol wipe after I've dealt with chicken. Anytime I deal with raw chicken in my kitchen, I have this like, there's chicken on every surface. Is there? No, there is not. But it feels to me, as a bystander, that there is chicken on everything. There's chicken on everything. It's poisoning. It's giving me salmonella. So I have to actually Lysol after I touch raw chicken. I must use Lysol wipes on every surface in and around where I was working. I also have to have all the cupboards closed while I'm working with raw chicken because the dirt will get into the cupboards. I know that's not true, but the chicken grime will enter my cupboards and then I will have to take out all the dishes and wash them and then also wash the shelves. So instead, I have to close the cupboards if I'm working with raw chicken. I hate raw chicken so much. I love eating chicken. Absolutely despise working with raw chicken ever. Ideal me would like to use them, but I won't clean if I don't use paper towels for the toilet and stuff, which makes it more wasteful if I'm throwing out the cloths and making more. Fair. I have a toilet cloth. I have one that is pretty obvious to me. It is not a washcloth for dishes or for bodies or for other surfaces. It is a toilet washcloth. Also, all of my washcloths are washed in hot water, and every few times I wash them with bleach because they must be washed with bleach. It doesn't need to make sense. They just do every couple of times. Makes me feel better. I also have weird, irrational Victorian germ theory anxieties. Yes, the miasmas. The chicken miasma will get into my cupboards. You know what, though? It works for me. It's not causing me any additional stress, except if I leave the cupboard open. But I don't do that, so it's fine. I don't have an anxiety, like if Alex comes in and he's making coffee and he opens the cupboard to get a mug and then closes it. Like, I'm not like OCD with it. I'm just like, you know, a little bit irrational about how chicken is going to enter my food and world and stuff. I also have to thoroughly wash my hands so much anytime I'm dealing with chicken. But you should. That's not me being weird. That's what you should be doing. Victorian germ theory anxieties. That is precisely what's going on. Am I in danger? No. At least you can cook meat. Mine's so irrational I can't cook it. Okay. Yep, that might be a little irrational. Yeah, I do not like chicken. If I can avoid cooking chicken, if I can avoid touching the chicken before I cook it, I absolutely will. I usually wear gloves because I don't like getting it on my hands. Like, for someone who loves chickens, I do find them particularly horrifying to produce food from. But I love chicken thighs. I love chicken thighs. Like, I think chicken thighs are so tasty when they're cooked. But no. Try partially freezing it first. It's less slimy. It's easier to work with. Yeah, generally I'm using frozen meat anyway. That does help. You're right. Less slimy for sure. I got an aversion for kitchen towels during pregnancy and I can't use them anymore, specifically with my hubby. That is a bit careless. I don't want to be fighting every time. He doesn't do it the way that I do. You got an aversion to kitchen towels. Kitchen towels like towels, not like paper towels. You got an aversion to kitchen towels. Why? Because they're always going to be dirty? Because people wipe their hands on them when they have food grime, but they also wipe their hands on them to dry them. And you're like, no, these are just for drying your hands. These ones here are only for when your hands have just come in contact with soap and water, and they are to dry your hands. They're not to, oh, you got a little bit of meat juice? This is not for that. Yes, the fabric kind. Yeah, this is for when you get a little meat juice on your hand, you go to the sink, you wash your hands, and then you can use these kitchen towels to dry them. If I go to dry my hand on a kitchen towel and there's like some greasy something feeling on it, it's not going to be a good time. We're not going to be having a good time. Yes, the fabric ones. So that's what he was doing. He was using them not as just to be used for drying hands. No. I want a divorce. Not literally, but like, sir, you've just made my hands dirtier. If you want to wipe your hands on something, wear an apron. If you want to wipe your dirty hands upon a fabric surface, sir, wear an apron. This is not the surface for you. Like, have you seen those those videos going around on Instagram right now, probably TikTok too, about where it's like, these are the things in my house I'm not allowed to touch. These towels, these are just for show. These pillows, these are just for show. And all these things that the men in the house aren't allowed to touch. And I'm like, I'm watching it, haha, so funny. The men in the house aren't allowed to touch these things. How silly. But then I'm thinking about it and being like, it's just because they don't know how to respect the effort. You're not allowed to use these Q-tips, but the way that you would use them makes me have to make a rule that you can't use them because you will not return them to their cuteness. You won't keep them looking pretty. The pillows, you would be allowed to use them if you put them back the way that they are currently sitting when you're done, but you won't, so you're not allowed to use them. It's like, it's not you're not allowed to use them because your wife is crazy, it's because you're childish that you're not allowed to use them. These towels, they're not to be used. That's because you'll wipe your grimy fingers on them. It's not because you wouldn't be allowed to use them. It's because you won't use them properly. Oh my god, yes. So like, they're funny videos. Don't get me wrong. They're funny. It's cute. Haha. Silly husbands. They aren't allowed to use this table. Why? Because when they're done, if they were eating at the dining table, they would not clean the table and return it to the state it was in before they got there. That's why they're not allowed to sit at the dining room table and you have to sit at the island. That's why. It's because you have no idea about the effort that your wife put in to make your house a home, and you have no respect for it. So you don't get to partake in all of the fun things. You know what? I bet when you're not home, your wife sometimes eats at the dining room table. And then guess what? She cleans it up. Sorry. Men are trash. With peace and love. But it's always being put as like, haha, my wife is crazy. My wife is so crazy. No, sir. Wrong. She's actually just found a way to not have to divorce you. And that is making silly little rules that are easy for your simple Neanderthal brain to follow. You can't touch this. You don't get to touch it. Your privileges have been revoked. No touching for you. That seems to be fine for your brain to understand. Return it to the way it was before you got here. I don't know where it was. It was probably like this. No, it wasn't like that. I hate you, and I want a divorce. There's my interpretation of the trend on TikTok. How my wife avoids divorcing me. That's what it should be called. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I will now return to weaving it in. Lol, Louisa, so good to feel seen. And don't get me wrong, I love my Neanderthal of a man. And I have to work around the fact that if I say clean the bathroom, it doesn't mean... It's not as clear. It's not like a clear order. Like, you know what needs to be done. I shared that video with Alex last night, the one that goes like, if you need help around the house, make a list. I don't want to make a list. If you think, how is he supposed to know the kids eat every night? There's like this whole song. Make a list. Okay, fine, I made a list. Don't be a nag. Well, how am I supposed to get his help without telling him about the list? Don't be a nag. Men. And they're all like this in their own ways. The joys of loving men. Yeah, literally. They're all like that in their own ways. Like, obviously, Alex picks up after himself because of the autism, so he doesn't leave a mess. I leave a mess. Alex doesn't leave a mess. So that's not the issue that I have. But if people are coming over and I say, we need to clean up, he goes, what do we need to do? What do you mean? What do you... Look at the way our house looks. It looks fine. It doesn't. Hey, get off of there. Get off of there. It's fine. They're not even gonna care. They're not gonna notice. And then I get angry and start stress cleaning, and he says, how can I help? The same way as last time. Remember last time? All those things. All the same things. But he does do the garbage without fail. He does do the recycling without fail. He does do the cat litter without fail. But if you move something an inch from his office, he will be in distress. Literally. When I vacuum the carpet in his office, I have to move things sometimes just to, like, get to all the spaces. And he'll be like, did you move anything in my office? And I'll be like, yeah, I moved the furniture to vacuum. He'll be like, you didn't move anything else? No. Are you sure? Yes. I literally have no reason to move anything in your office, sir. Oh, okay, because this was over here. Yeah, I had to pick up the backpack off the floor and put it on the couch. So now when I move stuff in his office, I move very obviously. I don't try and put it back, because if I try and put it back, then he'll be, like, distressed. Whereas if I put the backpack on the chair, he knows I moved it on the chair. If I put the backpack on the chair and then I put it back on the floor, something's amiss. Something's been done. So if I move stuff, I just leave it where I moved it. I don't put it back where I found it, because then he's like, it's not right. Something in here is not right. And I'm like, sir, I did not break into your office to steal the codes for the Declaration of Independence or whatever, but I did go in there to vacuum. Which I do every single Wednesday and every single Sunday when you're on your walk. Since forever. Or if I borrow something and I don't put it exactly back where I found it. For me, it's also the, where's the scissors? Where they have always been. Forever. Where they've forever always been. They are there. They are in the scissor place. The scissor pile. We have a container on my craft shelf that is only holding scissors. That's all that's there. Only scissors. Nothing else lives there. It's just for scissors. So that's where they are. It's where they always are. It's where they always have been. That's my water, Beelzebub. I have a pair in every room. My solution to that, because I always lose all my scissors, I just bought 1,000,000 pairs and I have a pair in every room. I carry things from room to room. So having one spot where all the scissors go means that if you look there, there's bound to be at least a pair of scissors in there. Because that's where they're supposed to be. So I often have scissors in places where they're not supposed to be. But even so, in the scissor basket, I guess, in the scissor basket, there will always be scissors. That is where scissors live. Or at least that's where they're supposed to live. See, Alex is so organized about putting stuff back when he's done with it that that's not something I ever have to worry about, like him borrowing something and then me having it go missing. He'll always put the things back where they go. But his things where he decides where they go in his office is not up to me. So, like, he has his tape. It just sits on his table. That's where it is. But it sits right there on his table. So if I borrow it and then I put it back and then later I say, can I borrow your tape? He'll be like, I don't know where it is. It's 4 inches away from where it's supposed to be. It's not where it's supposed to be. my god, I love him for that. I do too. I love that he will always clean up after himself. Like when he cooks, I don't have to worry about him making a huge mess because he does clean up after himself. And when he does messy tasks, he's very good about cleaning up after himself. He's still a man. You know what I mean? He's still a man. I just can't do it as good as you. Vacuuming? What do you mean? You push it and then you pull it. But he does also clean up after me. Like when I cook, he cleans. And he's been doing all the dishes now for like months, which has been amazing. I feel like we are actually almost done. There's nothing left on this side, nothing left on the sleeves. All that's left to weave in are the things you can see right now. Putting stuff back where it goes is not my specialty. I have a tendency to just put it down and then walk away. Hey, stop that. Stop it. You, get off of there. I have a tendency to, when I'm finished actively using the item, I'll just put it down and walk away and it ceases to exist in my mind. Unfortunately, that happens with things that I am not finished with also, like my phone or scissors or any kind of tool. If I'm interrupted, like my coffee cup, if my thought is interrupted and I had just put my coffee cup down, it ceases to exist. Hey! Cut that out, Beelzebub. You have chew toys in your cage. Go over to your cage if you want to chew stuff. Don't chew things that are not for chewing. Nope. You're not allowed to chew that. It's like 100 years old. Stop it. She's like, crown molding, delicious. I'm like, probably lead paint. I guess this will have to be the back, because this has quite a bit of bulkiness to it. Oops, noses are running. Well, you better go catch it. I can feel so much bulk here. This doesn't feel pretty. I hate it. Now that song is playing in my head. Make a list. I don't want to make a list. Okay. We got 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. There's like, I think less than 10. Less than 10 ends to weave in at this point. Whenever my sister was borrowing something from me, she lost it, even when she was actively thinking not to do it. It's probably why my sister hated me in high school, because I was like, please, can I borrow your top? No, you always give them back with a stain. You always give them back with a new hole in them. Please, please, I'll be so careful. Okay, fine. But if you get a hole in it or a stain in it, or if you lose it, I'm never going to lend anything to you again. Okay, I won't. Comes back with a hole and a stain. That was me. Well, that would have been me if I had a sister. My sister always had cool clothes because she had a job from, like, the time she was allowed. She had a job before she was legally allowed to. She worked at, like, a diner. And, so she was earning money, like, way earlier than anybody else in my family, siblings-wise. So she would buy clothes for herself. And, when she did that, I was jelly. And I would, please, can I borrow your clothes? Buy your own. I can't. I'm too little. Inevitably, she would lend them to me. So, like, kind of her own fault, too. Because she just kept lending them to someone who would consistently damage them. Like, I don't think there were many times when I didn't damage her things. Like, I think that it was probably, like, a quantifiable number of times that I returned her clothes in perfect condition. Like, honestly, I would have hated me too. I was annoying and also just not respectful of other people's property. Because I wasn't respectful of my own property. I was like, if it gets damaged, that's just the way life works. Not much has changed. I don't, if things get damaged, I either try and fix them, or I go, I guess that's what was meant to be. What am I gonna do about it, you know? Well, you could have been more careful, people would say. But the problem is I couldn't have been. I couldn't have been more careful. I was absolutely as careful as I could have been. And that's that. There was no room for extra carefulness. It was all wrapped up in ADD. I was unmedicated at that point in my life. Whoa. Hi. Decided to come back to the box? Rohan's with us now. He was sleeping in that box, so I picked it up and put him here. And then he left, and then... What is it? You can't go outside, you're an indoor cat. Not responding for my actions while unmedicated, only somewhat joking. I'm literally not responsible for my actions unmedicated. I am unreliable, to say the least. Unmedicated Laura, I would not trust her with a task. Unless the task is an emergency, unmedicated Laura ain't helping with nothing. The only way I ever got stuff done in high school was because it was an emergency. It was due tomorrow. Otherwise, there's just no rush. And even if there is a rush, and I feel so guilty, it just can't happen. It's just not possible. And that's why I got nothing done as an adult. Well, there's good reason. And that's the only reason I can get stuff done as an adult. Because I make sure every day, most days, almost every day, I take my meds. I'm very responsible with my medications. because I really hate being totally scatterbrained. It makes me way more anxious. It makes me feel guilt all the time. Ew, who wants to feel guilt all the time? So heavy, so unnecessary. So I take my medication and then I can get everything done. Or at least I can get some things done. Definitely not everything. Let's not be too hasty. Definitely can't get everything done, but I can get some things done, which is better than getting nothing done. Okay, where else? Okay, we're down to the last. Nothing on this side. Are you an end to weave in? No, you're just a piece. Okay, we're done this side. I just have 5 more ends to weave in. And then it's finished. It'll be finished today. I thought we were gonna have to wait until next time, but we won't. It's gonna get done today. So organized. I was planning on leaving once we hit the 3-hour mark, but let's just get it done. Shall we? Okay. Okay, bye. Oh, bye! I'm not done yet. I've decided to finish the sweater. I was planning on leaving earlier, but I did not. And now the sweater shall be finished. Victory shall be mine. Oh, I'm so excited to put this on with no ends. Almost there. Okay. I'm so over this. Please excuse me. Also, if you've not yet clicked the thumbs up button on today's video, please do, because I'm finishing a sweater that we started like a week ago. Maybe it's more than a week, 2 weeks ago on stream, that I pretty much knitted entirely with you guys on stream. So you should like the video for that reason alone. It's a lot of work. And I'm untying all of the knots in the yarn before I weave in the ends. Like some kind of expert knitter. My phone is dying. Okay, here we go. 2 more after this. Okay, bye, Rohan. Okay. Just the one I'm doing right now, and then one more, and then it's finito. And you'll be able to see the final sweater in all of its glory. I know what it looks like, but I'm excited to see what it looks like finally. The final look, you know? Okay, now just this one, and then we've got the one last one after this. I'm like sweating. It's not hot in here. 73. Not an ideal scenario. Okay, last one. I think I don't see any other ends hanging off, just this neckline one. First, I gotta untie the knot. Oh, I'm so excited to have this sweater finished. What are we gonna make next? Who's to say? But at least we'll have this done. I think we're gonna have to crochet something next. I think we've knitted a lot lately. 2 full weeks of knitting, you know? Are you ready to see it? I'm so close to being done right now. Down, one to go. This is the last weaving in bit. Drum roll. First of all, let's have a look at the whole inside. Okay, yarn needle getting put away. Here are all the ends that I cut off that I have weaved in. Hold on, let me grab them all because I'm proud of myself for doing this because I hate doing it. Weaving in ends is so annoying. Here we go. All the ends that we cut off that have been woven in. Here is the final sweater from the inside. No ends to be seen. And now from the outside, are you ready? Drum roll, everyone. Let me try this bad boy on and see how she feels. It's done. It's done. The sweater is now done. Oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, simply gorgeous. Look at those beautiful sleeves. Oh, look at those puffy sleeves. Oh, she's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's finished. We knitted an entire sweater together. Look how perfectly it fits at the top. It's done. All the ends are woven in. She's ready. Oh, I'm so pleased. I'm so happy to have this finished. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for the journey. Thanks for all the emojis. They look so cute coming on my screen. Thank you for joining me on the journey of knitting an entire sweater without a pattern, from scratch, bottom up sweater, knitted without a pattern. I can't believe we did this without a pattern and it turned into something wearable. The collar looks a little bit, I want to say frumpy, but I'm sure that'll work its way out after it's worn a little bit. Still cute. I like the black collar. I think that was a cute little addition that brings your eyes to that point, which is good. I think this looks like a spider web, which I'm cool with. So happy about that. So proud of you. Thank you. You're very nice. You're very nice. You say we lol. You did it. You say we. Yeah, but you guys were here the whole time, so I think it's a we. I think it's all of us. I think it would be considered all of us who did it. So clever. Thank you. Very nice sweater. Thank you. Such talent. Thank you. Oh, yay. Thank you. You guys are so nice. I'm probably gonna block this under steam or under the steam setting of my iron. I don't think I'll lay it flat to dry block. That seems like a lot, like wet blocking the whole thing. Seems like it'll be a bit much, but the fit of the top is perfect. Very cute. I'm pleased with it. I don't know 100% how I feel yet about the neckline. I feel like it would have made more sense if there was black here also. But this was just because I ran out of yarn, so that's fine. We did what we can. Now get some rest and get better. I have a few hours of work to do, and then I'm gonna get rest. After I do my few hours of work, then I'm done for the day, and tomorrow I'm probably gonna stay in bed all day. Try and get myself better fast. But thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed watching me weave in 1,000 ends, but it's done. The sweater's finished, and on Wednesday, I will probably have it blocked, so it'll look a little different. But the sleeves are the perfect width for me. The shoulder shape is the perfect shape. Yeah, I'm very pleased with it. I like it a lot. So thank you for hanging out with me while I made it. I love you guys, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Come tomorrow if you want to see a new tutorial. It'll be for this little baby sweater crochet. Very cute, very easy. And thank you to everyone supporting the channel right now. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you. If you'd like to join and become a patron or a YouTube member, the links are in the description box down below for all of that. You can access our private Discord with supporting the channel. Oh, okay, I gotta go. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye!